On today's show, I'm going to show you how I use XG in 2 games. Now, I know some people might think it's still a bit buggy. Of course it is. I mean, it's a new feature. I don't think it was going to come out 100% correct. And there's so many things that they have to get right with XG. But for those areas I need working, it works brilliantly because it's so cool. The way I use it before matches, we were in a bad run. I needed to get out of it very quickly. So I went to XG and I said, hey, help me out here. Give me some information I can use. And that's exactly what it did. Now, on what I'm going to do later on the show is I'm going to show you 2 games. In the first game, I have to look at the situation defensively. I needed to look for signs that we were doing the right kind of thing. So I'm going to focus on just those transitions to help you out, to show you what I was trying to spot. In the second game, we apply the XG and then we prepare for the match. We go out with a tactical plan in mind. And yes, it worked. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Yes, usually I do these Nottingham Forest shows as a live stream, but you know, during live stream sometimes you want to do other stuff as well, but you can't because people ask you a lot of questions and the episodes don't really move very fast. And I've been creating this control block preset. I've started a thread on the forums and I'm sharing my thoughts and ideas with other people, hoping that maybe I can be inspired by some of the questions which usually actually happen. And well, there's also something to be said about sticking to your guns, sticking to your plans. Do not diverge from the path. It's easier said than done because I just played the game, right? And it was such an epic game. And only problem with it wasn't epic in the right sense. Right, so here we have our tactic, right? So this is my Forest attacking version. This is my counter FM4231 version. I've given this a name already. It's called Agrippa. And we have Gaius Diamond, which is the defensive version. Well, this is basically my shut up the shop and, don't hope for anything much kind of tactic. And as you can see, we were playing quite well. We had this plan, home and away. At home, I'll play the 4-2-3-1. Away, I'll play the 4-2-3-1 DMD. Man, I was doing quite well until I reached this point where I started getting a bit itchy. Yes, I started getting a bit itchy because I started believing that maybe I can do something different. So guess what happened against Bournemouth? Against Bournemouth, I decided, well, we'll start with this system which I started with at the start of the game. I fell behind by 2 goals. And I decided, out of the blue, without any thought whatsoever, I decided to go to a 3-4-1-2. Is there anywhere on this page that a 3-4-1-2 has been used? No, but I decided I wanted to because in another save, I did something miraculous with the 3-4-1-2. We were heroes with the 3-4-1-2. We turned things around with the 3-4-1-2 and we went. We kicked PSV Eindhoven out of the Champions League, out of the Europa Cup. But no, here I decided I wanted to do something like PSV Eindhoven, and that didn't really work out as we went on to concede 3 more goals. So I had to step back and ask myself a serious question: what's wrong with me? So I've done that, and I've come back, and I want to share these tactics with you. So the Gaius Diamond, this is going to come up as a separate show altogether where I explain this tactic, and I'll do a very quick guide on that later. But this is based on the same control block preset that I'm using. But when I approach games right now, I have a different style of playing FM21 as opposed to FM20. In FM20, we used to use a lot of match analysis. Okay, in FM21, I'm using more of the analyst reports. I went into my team report. I went to the attacking efficiency before the match. So this time I did my homework like a good little boy. Okay. Norwich are here. They are one of the most aggressive teams in the league. They're also very good at the finishing, clinical. 12%, but we have better finishing, almost 17%. So I was thinking to myself, look, this team is going to come at me, but they're not very good at scoring, right? They're pretty average. So if I can limit them to long range chances, then there might be a chance. But this is not enough. This just tells me I've got to be careful with the attacks. So I needed to find out more information. So I went into the analyst report, went to conceding, popped into this page, and here we have their defensive efficiency. Okay, I'm coming on the XG video very, very soon, and I'll explain all this in a bit more detail. Check this out. Norwich, they don't face a lot of shots per game. Defensively, they're solid, right? They don't face a lot of shots, but they're also leaky. They've got a conversion rate. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, wait a minute, okay. So this team, they're great going forward. They don't face a lot of shots at home, but the shots that they face, quite a few, they concede. So I went into this game with a different plan. So I decided to go into this match. I started with this tactic. After I scored my 2 goals, I ended with this tactic. Firstly, this is like a natural switcheroo. Right? It just drops the players into a holding position to see out matches. I couldn't afford to lose to them. So one of the attacks, they attacked us. We held back. We won the block. Lolly leads the counter. Knockout comes in. Holds the ball up long enough for Kafu to smash it from outside the box. It's time to give somebody else their long shot medicine. The next goal was through knockout. Once again, we set in this really nice shape defensively. They didn't have many passing angles. Ribeiro plays a nice ball out to Graban. Graban takes it down, looks up, plays it to Christie. Christie, the fullback, switches the play to Lolly. Lolly brings the ball down, and then Knockout is coming into the box. Lolly he just puts it into the box for Knockout to score. We scored 2 really nice goals, right? Very quickly, I was 2 up. And then Graban added a 3rd. Now, this was Knockout at his best. I don't know how he did this, but he looked up, saw Graban running, and Graban went in and slotted in our 3rd goal. We're now 3 up. What do I do at 3 up? You've been in this position before. I'm sure you have. 3 up and you're scared about conceding goals. And I was expecting the Norwich attack to come. What we did was we switched to the Gaius Diamond. And my final stats for this game are just insane. Right, we only had 4 shots. All 4 shots were on target, and we finished the day winners. I mean, they had a lot of chances. I mean, I consider myself fairly lucky because we got off to the really good start. We scored the 3rd goal, and it was at this point when I sensed, okay, these guys are coming at me really hard. We're just gonna lock ourselves down and hope that we can avoid the the inevitable deluge of attempts. Because we know that they are not very good at converting all those great chances that they have. So this is how I use XG in the game right now. And there's going to be a full video explaining all this kind of stuff later. I'm going to do a simple guide on how we can use it. You can use it in the game. All right, so now we're going to be preparing for our next match. Okay, and this next match is going to be against Brentford. Brentford are 3rd on the table. Okay, we just have to make sure that we do not lose to Brentford, who also have a mean attacking machine. Our scouting report has come back in. Brentford are going to be playing with what is called a tiki-taka style. Now, tiki-taka style tends to focus the play to the middle. In doing so, they try to create space on the flanks. When they create space on the flanks, those guys are going to come in like that. So I'm going to have to think about how I'm defending against this system. So I have 2 choices. If I hunker down, they're going to come attacking me through the middle, and I can play with a system that doesn't leave that much space in the middle. All right, so these are the players. This is a system that we're going to use. There's a voice in my head that goes, this may not really work very well. Maybe a CM on attack with a deep line playmaker on support might be a better idea with a deep line forward on attack. It's just one variation of the tactic. But I do like this variation. But I'm thinking that the Gaius Diamond can play better with the deep line forward and attack. At least he holds up the ball long enough for the other 2 players to come hooking around him in case you're playing against a team that's really playing very, very deep. So out to Baptiste. Baptiste now to Canos. Canos looks up. He sees options down the left flank. Cleared again. Jansen now to Norgard. We're holding a good shape at the back. They got crosses coming in, but as we all know, crosses aren't very good opportunities. That's only 11, right? So 11% of that's not a very good chance inside the box. We've got to defend this corner now. Again, we're defending against the corner really well. Henry now. We're gonna have to keep defending. You're not getting a lot of space. Baptiste looks for options. Canos, they shoot from outside the box. Shandon Baptiste scores from outside the box. We're giving him the first goal of his career. We got to throw Maiten, Ribeiro, Sao, back to Arthur. Arthur looks on knockout. Christie's in support. Knockout gets inside the box. It's gonna be a penalty. Good chance for us. Who's taking this? I don't know my own penalty takers. Guerrero, he slots it home, scores. The boy's been complaining about not getting enough football, so at least he gets a goal on the day. Okay, so now we have one penalty, which is the reason why XG is higher than theirs. That's about it. As you can see, I mean, if you can see this, yeah. So they've had a lot of small little chances. Look, all these, the first few chances they've had is they've only had one really good chance, and that's also 25, right? So doesn't really matter. Not a lot of good chances, but we'll talk to the boys. We got knockout at 6.3. We got Guerrero, Maiten. We're defending another corner. Again cleared. Canos comes away with the chance to counter attack. Jensen the ball goes out to Canos. Canos to Baptiste. Again is blocked, and they shoot from outside the box. Defending our last corner now. Sao wins that knockout with the ball. He gets away. It's to Maiten. Maiten leads the final charge, and he scores at the death. Yes, we have done it. We have done it. We held firm, and we hit them on the counter. That's how we play the control block, boys. Yes, yes, yes. Forest have beaten Brentford. Solid defense at the back. We kept them at bay, and we hit them on the break. As we come away with a very, very nice win. Forest 2, Brentford 1. So that win sees us top the table, 4 points clear of Bournemouth and Brentford. This was a must win for us. Watford beat Birmingham. Blackburn losing. I'm always looking for Blackburn at the bottom half of the table. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Bournemouth 2, Huddersfield. Bournemouth couldn't win. Cardiff 1 against Swansea. This would have been a very good match. Derby, Stoke City. But Derby played with 10 men and they were able to hold on to Stoke. Good result for them. Preston North End beating Luton. Luton are in trouble, man. 18 points. Then got Borough and Millwall, a goalless draw. QPR and Reading 2-0. Rotherham and Bristol City 1-1. Sheffield Wednesday, another team that's in a lot of trouble. These kind of wins are not good for my heart, right? They aren't good for my heart because they're really, really difficult to handle. And yes, as we continue to look at what I'm doing elsewhere, training-wise, I'm using my one training session to rule them all. That's it. This is the only training session I use. One session to rule them all. Because trust me, once your team has reached tactical familiarity, you don't need to use any other session except for this. That's it. You're done. Fix on individual roles. Then give the same thing to a youth team. Bang. Watch everybody grow. See all the greens everywhere. I'm so happy with our performance. Okay, so our next match is going to be against bottom of the table, Sheffield Wednesday. So once again, let's not get too ahead of ourselves and take our Sheffield Wednesday lightly. Let's just check on the attacking and defensive efficiencies. Now, where in the world is Sheffield Wednesday? This is Millwall. They are somewhere. Are they somewhere? There we go. Sheffield Wednesday are here. Passive and wasteful. So in terms of attack, they don't generate a lot of chances, and they don't really score from them as well. Not a lot, at least. Conceding. Well, they should be somewhere around here, right? Busy and leaky. Let's put them in the busy and leaky area. Sheffield Wednesday are here. Busy? My goodness. They've been unlucky. They have been unlucky. Opposition conversion rates are pretty poor against them, even though they face a lot of shots per game. So I just want to make sure that my boys are clinical, right? So we'll just stick to our clinical system here and go with it. Knockout, Lolly, Guerrero. Graban is, I want to play with Graban. Graban is actually my first choice right now in our system. So the boys are ready, and we should be winning this one comfortably. Come on, let's go. Let's check out the weather first. Right. So if the weather is clear, it is clear. There are no clouds in the sky today. All right, Forest and Sheffield Wednesday. This will be a match that we have to win. And already both sides have already chalked up their first attempts. Forest with a first early shot, and then Sheffield Wednesday, running at the defense. Davis now looks up. Defense recess. Pantovic plays it to Graban. Lolly tries to come inside, and it's a shot from outside the box from Ryan Yates to give us the lead. It's a really quick start. Ryan Yates is playing as a segundo volante, right? So you look at the segundo volante move up, right? So he's moving all the way up. He's right here to support. He picks out the pieces and shoots from there. Nice. Okay, I could actually tell him, I could just go for a more defensive version, right? I'm just tell the volante to stop attacking so much and just go and support. But I want it to stay the same way. And it's it almost rolls over across the line for the second goal. Blackett to Pantovic, back to Cafu. Cafu shot. Pantovic crosses the ball in. Ryan Yates. Pantovic now. Cafu holds. His positioning is not very good. He loves to get forward. We have to think about a change to the tactic, because I went to the S-Man and asked the S-Man to choose players. He went and chose that way. Cafu has got. Think about him. His passing is 11, vision is 13, right? Yates, his passing is 13, his vision is 11, and he arrives late. So I guess this might be the only option I have. Except I could bring on Fuad Bashiru, who's much better as a regista. Okay, so I'm going to put on Fuad, right? Because Cafu is just giving me some concern. That positioning of his poor positioning, I'm taking him off straight away. Knockout, the S-Man I'll have a few words with the S-Man about his team selection now. Knockout shoots, Knockout scores. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. And we are going, man. Bashiru to McKenna. McKenna puts the ball on. Oh man, Knockout's finishing is absolutely sensational. Okay, it's 2 now to the good, as the boys continue to pile on the pressure on hapless Sheffield Wednesday. Christie is not looking very happy. He's complacent. So I kind of like doing this. Whether it makes any sense or not, I don't really care. Fire Christie up. Wait on. I want to just shout at him before he comes in. I can't do that. All right, so that's not too bad. Our XG is good. This is a good score, right? As you can see, it's almost 25, right? This is about 20, right? So that's not too bad. Okay, I'm not happy with your performance. So I'm going to throw it to the whole team. I was referring to Christie alone, but I'm too lazy just to identify him. Yates out to Lolly. Lolly looks for a run from Blackett. Blackett, who's who use against defense. When I want to play more defensively, I can't play Blackett because he tends to get himself into a lot of trouble. Bannon, Davis out to Felipe Aruna. Luongo looks for options. Felipe Aruna plays it back to Burner. They play back to the keeper. That's it. If they're going to keep playing like this, they're going to be in trouble. Back to, and another clearance. Lolly to Bashiru, to McKenna, to Figueiredo. Finds Knockout. Knockout from that position is almost impossible to stop, which is one of the reasons why I play him not attack but on support. Because when you play an inside forward as support, they're going to ride the defense, right? So when they ride the defense, they start from a deeper position. So they don't get caught offside. But they are harder to handle as well. So, and he's done this for me many, many times this season. He's always either getting into the box, drawing a penalty, forcing a player to pick up a yellow card. Yeah, that always seems to be the trick with using inside forwards in this game. Okay, so everything's looking good. Fine and dandy. We're 3-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday. Our strategy of using a control block is working. We have one for a more attacking version and one defensive. So all I did with both of them, they have a control block, right? And one is a more defensive low control block, which uses 3 players, 2 in a more defensive position, but we form a little diamond in the defense. And one that uses a more attacking roles, like a regista and a volante. Okay, we're gonna have to take one of those players off. He's already got a bit of a knock, right? Christie, I think, he looks a bit injured. Yeah, he is. Okay, so because that's the only right back I have. Jenkinson took a while to come back from his injuries, but not cut away. What forcing another save from Dawson. Corner taken, cleared, back in business again. Oh, Windass. That's a blast from the past. Dean Windass. He's still playing football? Can't be, man. Can't be Dean Windass. And Forest have beaten Sheffield Wednesday 3-0. As you can see from the XG story, we had a penalty here, but once again, I'm always looking at splits. This is a good split. So we did play very well on the day. Even though it's 1.98 against Sheffield Wednesday, we made it count. And so, done it. Tony Pulis, I feel sorry for him. And Bournemouth, 6-game unbeaten run has ended as well. So we put some distance between ourselves and Bournemouth. Now it's 7 points the gap. And we're doing quite well. I'm actually very, very happy. And I'm awaiting the arrival of some boy called Simranjit Singh Tandi. We're going to be having a lot of fun with this boy. We're going to turn him into a world-class fullback. We only paid £275,000 for him. This whole approach to the game using control presets actually happened because of you guys. Yeah. You guys sent me messages and you started asking me questions about how you could play a bit more defensively, how you could play on a balanced mentality. A lot of you were sending me these messages, and I thought to myself, well, maybe I should stop playing very attacking mentalities and start playing on balanced mentality to show you what can be done. Right? All you needed to do is understand how to create your own preset. So I've created one for you, and I've created 2 tactics. A third will be coming very, very soon. And when it does, you'll have a complete set of control block presets. And all of them have a slightly different flavor. One is a bit more attacking, one is a bit more defensive, but they all are meant to work in tandem with each other. So you can use the same players for all 3 of them. And if you found this useful, you found this at least helpful, then please let me know. Hit the like, subscribe to the show, share your thoughts with me in the comments below. They all help, right? They give me an idea of what you need, and I try to, help you out as much as I can. So I want to thank everybody for their participation on the show. You've been absolutely fantastic. I want to thank all my patrons as well. They've been phenomenal. The amount of support I get from them, the community has just gone crazy. There's a lot of innovative styles of play that I'm seeing from all of you guys, and it's fantastic. See you guys all showing me your wonder kids out there developing. I'm proud of all of you, right? And I'm proud of the support that you've given the channel, and now with the community as well. It's just incredible. And for the rest of you, doesn't mean that the content doesn't happen, right? If you go to the SI forums, I got a whole control block preset there. Everything and all out for you guys. Done tactics for FM Scout as well. So it's all there in the community. It's a question of looking out for it. I want to thank everybody. You've been absolutely sensational. Yeah. You keep the lights on with your likes, your subscribes. You keep the lights on by keeping the ad blockers off. You keep the lights on all the time. Thank you very much. You guys stay safe, stay healthy. Merry Christmas. Have a good one.